Hello and welcome to this new video. This will be the last video about SQL injection vulnerability with PortSwigger. We are going to be solving the laboratory number 5. This will be a laboratory that the definition is that SQL injection attack querying the database type and version of MySQL on Microsoft. So let's get it started. So this lab contains an SQL injection vulnerability in the product category filter. You can use a union attack like before to retrieve the results from an injected query. So we are gonna be needing something this shit because we are gonna be like guessing what is the database version that we are using. So look, we have here MySQL, the PostgreSQL, Microsoft, and Oracle. So let's try to know what is the database that we are using there. Let's try to open directly the database. Okay, make the database retrieve the string. This is the string that we have to retrieve. So let's turn on the proxy and let's try to intercept the website. Well, with Burn Swift. And let's try to go to any of the categories. Okay, we already intercept the website. And remember, in this case, we are not gonna be using all the payloads, but we can try, yeah. Let's try with the first payload that I just teach you, the order by. But remember, let's send this to the repeater. Once we are in the repeater, we can start playing with that. Let's start with the first payload. Remember the control U. Let's try to send it. Well, we got an internal server because this laboratory is not requesting any information about how many columns do we have, if we have any string in a column. So we only need to look for the directly for the database. And for that, we are gonna be using also a union attack. And in this case, let's try to copy this payload that I have here and this far. And let's try, okay, there is a quote. Let's try to press Ctrl U again. And well, in this case, the first version that I am checking here is in this case is the well, is the MySQL. It's the same thing than Microsoft. So, like this laboratory is about Microsoft and MySQL. Let's try to run that here. Okay, let's try to send it. Well, it's still giving us an internal error message. Yeah. So we have to make the database retrieve the string, and let's try to check the render. Okay, it's still giving us an error. So let's check what do we have to do to can find that. Okay, so well, checking here, I noticed that there is something that we need to do first. Remember that this part gave us an error. So let's try to run that query again. Let me see. Remember, and the last part there will be a plus. Let's see. Okay, that is okay. That means that we have one column. Let's try if we have two columns. We have two columns. Let's try the tier one. Well, we got an internal server. That's mean that we can play with two columns, right? Like checking in which side we can find that. So let's try again to copy this payload. Like we only have two columns. Like we did in the last laboratory, we can start playing with the in which part we have to put this part, the version one. So we can put that in the second column or in the first column, right? Let's try to do this right now. Mm, let me see. Okay, let's try here. Let's try this one. Oh, well, that is giving us a 200 okay code. That means that that is okay. Let's check the render if we already solved the lab. Well, we're already getting this, but we haven't resolved the lab. So let's try to copy this. Mm, let's try to copy this part and let's paste that in the first column. Something like that. So let's try again. Okay, that is in the first column, yeah. So we can get that in the first column. And we got a 200 code. That's mean that that is okay. Let's try to copy this same code to the main code, to the proxy. Let's try to forward that. And let's check directly in the website here. And congratulations, we already solved the last laboratory. This is the last laboratory that I'm gonna be showing to you. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in another video and a different topic. Have a great day. Bye bye.